Hello everyone, HighlyAdequate here, coming today to talk to you about the Pocket RTA from Crafter's Den. Crafter's Den is a company out of Malaysia. Comes nicely presented in this box. Let's get into what you really want to see. First, you can see we got the RTA itself, got a spare glass, some spare O-rings, and grub screws in there. Alright. Now, let's talk about the thing that you guys came here to see, and we'll go over it from top or bottom to top. I believe it's obviously stainless steel first. I want to say 303, but it might be 316 graded stainless steel. Price point, if I remember correctly, $90 plus shipping from Malaysia. Now, get into it. Bottom, of course, you got your serial number. Got a 510 pin, not very protruding at all. We'll talk about that later. Kind of sharp but smooth threading. It's got some airflow. I have no clue how to adjust this thing. I've had this thing for almost a month now. I can't figure out how to adjust it, but I'm sure it does adjust because there's different holes. Hold on, I might have. No, it does adjust actually. It does adjust, it's just very tight. Very tight, guys. They're not gonna come spinning on you or anything like that. So there we go, learned something today. Okay, you know, you got your glass. So let's take this apart and we'll talk about it from there. First, you know, you got your drip tip, stainless, very smooth, fill ports, generous. You can get a dropper bottle in there fairly well without making too much of a mess. Alright, now we got this. It's a little bit tight. I'm going to put it on the coil master real quick. See if I can get it apart. Yeah, I wanted to try out these another RTA. Because, I mean, I use pretty much exclusively bottom feed setups, but a lot of people would swore by this RTA and said it was very good, so I want to give it a try for myself. There we go. Just screwed on there a little tight. Got your ring, O-ring on the bottom, glass, just comes off. Your drip tip, we can take it out earlier, but here's your drip tip. Got your chimney. Of course, you can take the bottom part off, but you just got to kind of push in. So, got your chimney. Then you got your deck itself. It is a floating deck system. Not super enthused about it, but we'll talk about it. And here's your pin. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not too keen on RTAs, guys, but I think this can be adjusted. But I think I've just been using it all the way screwed in and might be having some problems due to that. It does come with a screwdriver. Don't have it right here on the table with me, but you know, you use your grub screws. Got your airflow coming in from there and hitting the coil. It's kind of a love-hate relationship with this deck, but it works. Now let's see if we can put it back together. Now I found on the coils, really I've just been using round wire, and I think a 2.5 millimeter just round wire coil works best. That's what I found works best. So of course you want to mount your coil. You trap it in these leads, traps it very securely Want to be extra careful to nip those leads off so you don't get any kind of shorts free spinning. So once you get it there, you kind of trolled out your wicks up. Want to get that in right there. So you'll have your wicks out up the top, kind of stuff them in, you know, the bottom there. I don't have this aligned at all, just kind of showing you guys atomizer. We'll have the top of your chimney, screw that in next. Threads are smooth, they're sharp but smooth. Alright, next, of course, don't forget there's an O-ring at the bottom. Got your tank there. I kind of hold my glass in. What's next? Got screws on that, O-ring. Make sure that there's nothing wiggling around. Then, you know, you fill it. I like leaving the drip tip out for that. You got your top. And now it's going together very good. I guess the threads got cleaned out a little bit. I was having some troubles originally. And that's the Pocket. Alright. So, I believe it's a 3 mil capacity tank. It's very, very short. I don't have anything on the table to compare it with right now, but it is not very large at all. I guess if you have a Coil Master to compare, it's fairly short, compact. Looks good. I very much like the look and size of this atomizer. I do get good flavor out of it. You don't have a very large chimney at all. And I think overall it's built well. And you have some other options: PMMA tank, PMMA cap, drip tip, all that. Ultim as well. I just got in the stock configuration to see if I like it, see if I can get into tanks again. So overall, you know, you get good flavor out of it, you know, when it works. Let's get into the cons. First of all, as you guys saw, very small. This is, I guess, a restricted lung. Here it is on the most open. Let's see if you can hear the airflow real quick. So you're not going to be getting a whole lot of airflow through this thing. I think about 35 watts. I can't see you be going above that on this atomizer. Yeah, so the coil is kind of small. You're restricted to using 2.5 millimeter coils. So that might be of concern to you guys. I'm not a huge fan of a floating deck. In my opinion, it makes things harder than it should have been, installing the coils and all of that. I would have much liked it to be affixed. It went together, you know, pretty well for you guys on camera. I'm very surprised about that. Sometimes it doesn't quite want to screw in all the way, so it can be a little bit finicky. The threads are, I call them clean. They're just a little sharp. So sorry about that. Yeah, but my biggest complaint with this, and I'm not, again, I don't know too much. I'm probably not the authority on RTAs. But you look at that, that's super short, guys. Look in there. A lot of times I have trouble, to be honest with you, firing it. I've tried it on your self-adjusting 510s, spring-loaded 510s, and a lot of times it won't read it. I don't know if that's user error on my part. Maybe I need to screw it out a little bit more. But out of the box, not getting a very big 510. I would definitely not safe on any kind of mechs or anything like that. Hybrid 510s. So I tried putting it on a manual adjusting 510, and I was kind of having some of the same problems. It was telling me atomizer short, you know, check atomizer. And I believe that's coming out of this 510. I wish it would have been made a little bit longer. I don't quite get why it's so flush. So maybe it was hard to get a full tank through in my experience on a couple of different setups. So yeah, I mean, airflow is good, flavor is good, but maybe I'm just a dumbass, guys. But I was having trouble using this thing. And I'm sure if I contacted them, they might be able to help me troubleshoot. But if you're getting an atomizer, you know, most important thing is it should vape. But when it does vape, it vapes pretty damn good. So keep that in mind. Price, again, around 90 bucks plus shipping. Not priced bad, anything like that. I guess it's fine for a tank. I don't know. I just didn't have the best experience with using this. I'm not an RTA guy. Just had a little bit of trouble. Didn't have a good experience. This is hard because I know there seems to be a lot of people that like these pockets, and I know some people get good results, but I didn't have a good result. So maybe I would buy other stuff from Crafter's Den, but I'm thinking this is a little inadequate, guys, to be honest with you. Again, flavor is good. Juice capacity, it's not a whole lot, so keep that in mind, but it is small. I'm sure you guys might have had different experiences if you guys had this atomizer, but I'm just talking from my experience here. I don't think this is adequate. But Crafter's Den does make some good stuff. I also have the Pocket DS on table here, an excellent atomizer and RDA. I'm not a huge tank guy. The flavor was good. I just didn't think it was worth all the hassle. So, if you want to try it out, that's on you. If maybe I'm just having a little finicky or a little bit of problems, but there it is, Pocket RTA. Alright guys, sorry, I've never really had something that I reviewed that just didn't work on me like this, and I'm sure there's some user error involved in there, but it is what it is. So hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys found this video some good information out of this video, and more than anything else, hope you guys have a more than okay rest of your day. Thank you.